hopefully very relevant for this particular moment, because I think at this particular moment in history, we've lost our way a little bit, right? We are happening to live in a time that is particularly chaotic and dumb. And I think a lot of people that are not dumb need to kind of pretend to be dumb for a little bit in order to not get your heads chopped off. So I can see why that would be a thing that creates some tension and chaos. Your favorite climate fund is now a critical national infrastructure fund, or an energy resilience fund, or a dual use, maybe we'll droidify warfare fund. And that's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell because there's still a pretty long journey for us to go to be able to decarbonize the economy, build a civilization that could be compatible with the biosphere. There's a long way to go. And there's so much territory ahead of us. And right now we feel adrift, partially because it seems like we've lost the compass, right? How do we make sense of this moment? How do we move forward? And this talk is basically, hopefully give you some thoughts and ideas and frameworks to help reestablish a compass and be able to navigate even some of the most challenging times. So let me introduce a couple concepts to you. One of the most important ones is this idea of build integrity. And build integrity is the care that folks that build things bring to the things that they build to ensure that the things that they build actually work, actually solve a problem, actually help people. We're at a weird moment relative to that too, right? We have two AI companies that are about to claim trillion-dollar valuations where they're not totally sure they're going to help people. They're like, we might destroy civilization too, but if you just value us at a trillion, if we can get rich enough, then that'll take care of me. And I think we can all see through that, right? It's obvious, right? They can't confidently say that they're actually improving anything in the world, and in fact, they throw in a little smidge and maybe we destroy everything. And this kind of points out that we're at this really tough moment where we don't have enough build integrity going around. Now, when build integrity is actually there, you find that you can count on people and you can count on the things that they make, right? This bridge is 100 years old. And when people build a bridge, and if you built a bridge, if you're a civil engineer, mechanical engineer, you built a bridge and it fell down in a year, you're not going to be a civil engineer for very long. Right? Most people that don't have build integrity that actually need to make things don't stay in the business very long. Which means everybody that actually stays in the business for a long time, and does build integrity is the sort of person that is creating this kind of stable edge to things that we can start to use as a scaffold of the future that we're going to need to build. Now, let me give you another concept, and this one you're probably very familiar with, but this is the compass that has been overriding everything right now, which is the attention economy. And the attention economy doesn't have any build integrity. There's people that will adamantly say something, big pundits that might get $200 million for their podcast, nobody in particular, will say something very adamantly, and then 4 months later completely contradict themselves, and nobody calls them on anything. They don't need integrity. They're working off of a different compass. They're working off of maximizing views at all costs. Doesn't matter if you're accountable, doesn't matter if it's true, doesn't matter if the information that you share is useful. You just need to be catchy or enraging, and if it hits one of those things, then the light goes on. And if anything, I'm telling you things that are obvious, but I think it's much clearer if you could just see how distinctly different these compasses and value systems are, why one would steer you into infinite chaos. The other thing about the attention economy is it's never over, right? When you finish building the bridge, you're done building the bridge. People can drive over it. People can walk over it. It's fine. If you get attention this month, you need more attention next month. Hopefully even more attention the month after that. It's a never-ending thing. My mom's a Buddhist, if you guys are familiar with the idea of a hungry ghost. Hungry ghost is an idea from Buddhism where there are people that are in a process where no amount that they eat will actually satiate them. They just gobble, gobble, gobble. And we have a bunch of hungry ghosts out there gobbling up few counts. And nothing will satiate them. And all they do is spread that type of happiness as far as they can reach with everything that they touch. These are the two value systems that are dueling with each other right now. And here's the framework to be able to understand why the value system that we've accidentally adopted really is not working at all. Because, we're at this moment where some people call it a post-truth world, or some people are kind of talking about there's so much different,